Well, hello and welcome back to Community Storytelling here at the fabulous KCAT TV 15. I'm Lissa Chrysler. I've been with you for 7 seasons now, which I just find simply unbelievable. And thanks to Linda Lester of Leicester Square, who's been with us since day one. This year we have this fabulous anonymous donor, and we have this new artwork from Glenn Nakazawa. I mean, look at these pictures of Los Gatos. Are they not terrific? And I have 2 special people here. You probably already know them, but I like to say their names. Sandy Decker and Tom Picaro. Sandy Decker, our former mayor in 2002?
2000.
2000. Well, what happened in 2002? Where were you?
I think I was mayor for a long time. No.
Well, you were on town council for a long time.
A long time. Yeah, actually, yes. I think it was 2002 that I was mayor.
See, I know something you don't know. How about that?
You're not alone, sweetheart.
I love you. And Tom Picaro, who was this fabulous retired research scientist and now has turned his attention to Los Gatos, and boy, are you making things happen. I mean, oh my goodness. So you go from, being a smarty pants, a research scientist. You have lived in Los Gatos for how many decades?
Just one.
No. Oh, just one. Oh, sort of a newbie.
Yes. Our daughter lives here, so we retired and moved out here to be next to her and the family.
And then you just go crazy about all the things you're doing for seniors. Us older adults, I'm one of those. We're all one of those. I mean, it really is amazing, Tom, what you're doing in this town for older adults. And Sandy, you
Always.
too. I mean, yeah, you too. What an amazing team you make. And you are a team now. We've got to talk about Los Gatos Thrives. I know you're the president, you're the chairman of the board, or chairwoman of the board. Chairperson of the board. Oh. First off, before we get into Los Gatos Thrives, tell me everybody on your board, because these are big names.
Oh, let's start, Sandy.
Where do we start?
Okay. So, vice president is Matthew Hudas,
our esteemed
counselor,
vice mayor.
Vice mayor. And then Ginger.
We'll go to let's go down the line, because I think
so
that's the only way I can remember it.
Okay, so, Ginger McDonald.
But you know what? Ginger Rogers, she has nothing on Ginger Rogers.
Yes.
One in the same.
Well, yeah, so she's our secretary. And Tim Lundell, he's our treasurer, our money guy, and also attorney to keep us honest.
Oh, yes.
He's
and
great.
Then there's Terry Hope of fame in the
Los
coffee
Gatos
roasting.
Yes.
Yes, and Jazz on the Plaz. And then there's Alan Feinberg, our sort of local historian.
Absolutely.
Knows all.
So you've got some big wigs on this board.
Yeah, we are really, really, there's just so many of us, and you do such a good job here at KCAT doing your part for the seniors as well, because we're living longer and we're living healthier. Thank God for heart transplants and antibiotics and so forth. And so most of us are fortunate enough to still have the energy and the ability to want to be involved. And we've seen this huge number in just maybe the last 5 years of those of us who are living well beyond the expectation of insurance companies. And so, finding a place for them to continue to do all the things they still can do is kind of it's an interesting situation, because there's always the idea that we should step aside because those younger folks are coming. Now we're a group unto ourselves.
We're showing them the way.
Actually, Lisa, that's exactly, I think, what we're doing, because we're this generation that are now a population. And so we need to find ways to be, I think, inventive and creative to keep our group, and by that I mean age group, still thriving.
Well, and I know we're about to become 30% of the population in
Very
Los Gatos.
soon.
Is that over 50 or over 55?
Over 55.
Over 55,
yeah.
We're there already.
Yeah, we're there.
Over 60, we'll be there by 2030.
So you, and I think you single-handedly did this, Tom, you came up with, I don't even know if I can say it all properly, so you say it, Los Gatos senior adults, something like that. What was the real name of the foundation?
So we established this new nonprofit as Los Gatos Foundation for Older Adults to Thrive.
Got it. It's a lot. It's a mouthful.
And you know, we want this to be an age-friendly people where older adults are engaged, their contributions valued, and they thrive.
So I know the bottom line and I am part of your group. Very proud to say.
And
I'm
we're
part of your group.
delighted
Yes,
to have
we're very
you.
happy.
But
Absolutely.
the number one thing, the ultimate goal is to build an intergenerational, all ages community center. But that's going to take a while. But you
Yes.
can start there, and then we'll get to where we are today.
Well, that's a 10-year challenge, a heavy lift, and it's not going to happen unless somebody steps forward
With
to
a
do
lot
it.
of money.
and we decide we're going to go for it. And but at the same time, we recognize the importance of our age-friendly community, and so we're here to do advocacy and support for older adult programs and for things that they can do.
So what do you have in mind?
So talk about the latest movie project. I think that's an
Well,
example.
that's our fundraising part of it. But
Yeah.
what we actually have in mind is a world-class community center. We don't have anything of the kind, and for a community our size, surrounded by the communities we have, which have taken that on as a town project, it has not really gained any speed here. So we have a really sadly diminishing building that we use for our 55 plus people, and it's at the point now where adding to it is a little bit between
A rock and a hard place. It
inappropriate
just
and
can't
putting
work.
lipstick on a pig. Yes, it just, we're just at a point where let's
just
start
not gonna
thinking
work.
seriously
Right.
about money put towards something that is long-standing and really amazing. This is what, we tried to do, we did with the library. And we can do it again.
Yes.
And so
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
planning.
The library is really our
Oh.
model of how one
It
proceeds.
It is beautiful.
And-
it's large.
And when it
serves everybody.
just great.
And that's
Yes,
what we
it's a
want
whole
in a community center. I mean, we want a little spot, a big spot for older adults to do all the things that they enjoy, but we want everybody to be in a place where they're together so that older adults learn from young people and young people learn from older adults.
Perfect.
Because
Yes.
isn't that what it's all about? So if you
Exactly.
have $30 million for us, I'll
Please.
just make the ask right
Yeah.
now. Why
Yeah,
not?
why not?
And keep that in the bottom of your mind. Maybe you are with a company, somebody, somebody who could get us started. So we'll just put that thought out there.
Yeah, a
But
little
now-
here, a little
Yes.
there. We'll get
Yes.
there. But really, we want to do something for this community that lifts it up further. When we did benchmarking against Los Altos, a city of the similar size, similar budget, they just show that we're down in the basement in terms of serving the community with a community center.
Right. We came
so
back
beautiful.
from this tour of their place feeling so envious and saying, wait a minute, why don't we have this here in
Yeah,
Los Gatos?
what's
But we
wrong?
will,
Yeah.
because you guys are behind this. But, for day-to-day thought about seniors, older adults, I think we've sort of been forgotten. The town's been so busy and involved with everything else, and there have been a lot of things to be involved with. But now I think it's time for them to realize we need more, and we can contribute so much more.
Yeah, I can add to that because 2015 I was a new chair of the Community and Senior Services Commission, and we saw what was going on. We were serving such a small percentage of our older adult population, and we tried to, with a proposal to start a meetup center, Barbara Spector's, Mayor Spector's words at that time, and it got no traction. I mean, as soon as you said, well, it might take a little money to run it, it's like, oh, forget it.
We don't have any.
Fast forward to 2020, the pandemic broke,
Yes.
and we saw what incredible lack of support we had in town for older adults, for those in need. And the town council said, maybe we should start a senior services committee and do a roadmap, figure out what we need.
And you
they
came
did.
up with, how many pages is that roadmap?
72.
It's a heavy thing.
Detailed plans.
Yes.
And the number one plan was a new community center.
Yes.
But the town endorsed it. They couldn't wait. Immediately they sunsetted the committee. And I said, this isn't going to happen. I mean, they, to their credit, they had the commissions charged with helping to implement the roadmap, but not the community center. It's not going to happen unless somebody steps up and does something.
Right.
And I think that's where it really meant a great deal to me. It's obvious that any kind of community that has to be in a position where they've got to wait for a town to decide that you are a priority. And frankly, I don't care what it is right now. There's so much interest in just exactly where we are in this community financially, that until that's all straightened out, I really don't think we're going to find a spare 40 million. And if we are, it'll probably, unfortunately, because this is how bureaucracy works, and I was one, it gets allocated because there are so many things that sit in a long-term queue that have never been taken care of, whether it's that pothole in front of your house or whatever it is. So we decided that what this took was an independent effort of leaders who could stand up at this point and hopefully tell this community, we're willing to include all of you in this effort. We want it to be a community center. But we really are taking it from our standpoint in the sense that these leaders are seniors and they'd like to see special attention given to seniors in the way that this is built. Now, one of the reasons is because we have a school district that's outstanding and a lot of opportunities for kids to be involved in competitive teams or swimming or whatever it might be. So we kind of looked, especially through this amazing work that the commission did on the roadmap, and took a really good look at what the needs are. And the needs were obvious very quickly, that it was the seniors who really needed some place to, we were terribly worried about isolation, and we found out a lot of them through this amazing effort are isolated. Now, all of a sudden, you can be as confident as you ever were as a young person, but then you look in the mirror and you think, oh, do I really want to go out? Do my clothes really look as good on me as they did? And my leg hurts worse than it did yesterday. And frankly, I feel badly about driving. And oh well, I'm just going to go sit in the corner and eat some worms. You know, it doesn't work unless we can make it a really concentric community effort, which calls for transportation. It calls for the kinds of things they want when they get there. That's why this wonderful site that we're now trying to find, and we're looking, and if anyone has a spare X number of acres in a really nice spot downtown.
Plus 30 or 40 $40 million.
Well, it can be one or the other, you know, we'll take either. The point is we're looking for spaces that can be added to or detracted so that they're the best use for everyone. But that meeting place, take it back to Barbara Spector, that meeting place, that place where these people want to come because they feel comfortable being 75 or 80 years old, you know. So,
yes, and we want the 10-year-old and the mom to feel comfortable going there too. We want everybody to be there together.
So community engagement was for the whole community was really an essential part.
I get it.
And there's a lot of synergy when you have that. We found in other places, Los Altos, Palo Alto, Avenidas, Morgan Hill, they're doing great things by having a central place where all these things go on, and there's a lot of synergy.
Right.
And what's
Why can't we do that?
We can. We can.
It's Los Gatos. We can.
Yeah.
We should.
We will.
Yeah. And the interesting thing too is that it doesn't have to be enormous, because various groups come at different times, and we know this thanks again to the wonderful report you did. So seniors come at a certain time. And so if we work that so that, you know, those puzzles were out, the ping pong tables were ready to go, you know, whatever happened, and then we could do something else if some group was coming in for either yoga or, some Zumba dancing or whatever. So we know what to build. We know who needs it. And we're really excited about the fact that now we're going out to find the money and the space. Hopefully we can have a site and a design maybe within the next 2 to 3 years, and we're ready to build this thing.
Yes.
So that's why we thank you so much for having us, so that we can put this out there, because I'm sure the community has a lot of questions.
Yes, and we can put your name on the building. You give us the building and the money. We'll
More
got your
than
name on it.
happy. Or you can put my name on
What I'm excited about, I got in on the ground level of this Los Gatos Thrives, and I'm part of. It's got an official name, but I call it the Marketing and Publicity Committee or something like that.
Initiatives and publicity.
Initiatives. What does that mean, Tom? Come on.
We're going to do things for the community.
And our first
New
thing,
things.
our new thing, and our talking about isolation and getting people out. I'm so excited. I'll let you run with this movie matinee it's really in the morning, so I guess it's not a matinee, but the Monday morning movie premiere, MMMM.
And I'm not going to let Lissa loose on this one. She is one of the preeminent people that sit on this committee, of which there are 6 that I've done. Name it. If you knew about it in this town, it was done by one of those 6 people. And so it's just going to be fabulous. Not only is it a morning in our theater, our gorgeous theater, but it's a morning in the theater with Los Gatos coffee, roasting coffee, and a croissant or a gooey of some kind to start your day with. Plus you're with people you care about. And it is a first-run movie, and I'm going to let Lissa take it from here and tell the price, which is nominal when you think about this.
Yes. Well, and we got to thank Paul from Cinelux Theater,
Please.
Who manages our theater in Los Gatos. And we're going to do this every month, the first Monday of every month, except for holidays. Somebody's got to get a break. And I'm just thinking this is going to mushroom into such a big, fabulous get together. And it doesn't have to be only us older adults. Daughters, sons want to bring their parents, want to bring their next door neighbors. You're home that day. Come, join us.
Everybody's
It's kind
welcome.
of what the community center is going to be all about. We're all together.
Absolutely.
And I'm just so excited about it. And I really hope you will join us. And you will see the flyer. You're going to see publicity all over town. Come make Los Gatos Thrives bigger and better with you a part of it.
Lissa, I want you to talk about, because I'm not on that committee, and this sounds so fun to me. We've got signs that are going into the garden boxes downtown, and these, I think, are just indicative of who we are, because there are some wonderful sayings on these signs, and there's a Q code, I understand.
There will be a QR code. You find it. You put that QR code into your phone. It's actually going to take you directly to our website. And
Los Gatos Thrives.
Los Gatos Thrives. And I mean, so much is happening. The buzz about town is about Los Gatos Thrives. I mean, let's be honest here. Everybody is talking and asking about Los Gatos Thrives. It's like a dream come true for the town and for older adults. We don't want older adults sitting in their homes by themselves anymore. There's no reason for it. We are a community in itself.
That's right.
Let's get to know each other. Let's get out there. Let's just make this thing colossal.
And that's that small town feel. You know your neighbors, you have friends all over. And these seniors have done marvelous things. It's just amazing the people I meet and their backgrounds and what they've done.
Well, look, starting with you two sitting right here.
So it's just great to get to know these people and work with them.
So start looking and thinking about LosGatosThrives.com, right? Put it up, go on the website, join us at the movies.
.org.
You know what I always,
ORG.
ORG.
We're
not, we are
501c3.
definitely a nonprofit. So LosGatosThrives.org. Join us at the movies. We'll see you there. We're going to see you all over town. And you want to get involved, it's very easy to do. Go to LosGatosThrives.org. And you too, Tom Picaro, Sandy Decker, thank you for leading the way. And we're all going to join in.
Oh, good.
We're
you.
going to get that community center built in Los Gatos. And everybody's going to be so very proud of it. Thank you so much, you
Lissa.
two.
Thank you.
Sandy
This is
Decker,
great.
Tom Picaro.
Thank
I'm
you.
Lissa Chrysler. Thank you for being with us here at Community Storytelling. This is community storytelling at its finest. If you have somebody else you want to sit on this couch with me, I would love it. Community Storytelling, nominate at kcat.org. And then I'll see you sitting here next time, right here at KCAT TV 15. I'm Lissa Chrysler, and thank you for being with us.